school and before school.
I just want to thank you, Mrs. Butler. You've been such an amazing teacher, and you know, when I'm starting to freak out on something, you just kind of let me sit down and just calm down, and it's such a relief to always have, you know, a teacher who can be there, who I can come and talk to, confide in, because that's, you know, I can't really do that with really any other teachers, and it's nice to have somebody there to always be helping and giving me advice and stuff like that. But you're always open to what I have to say, and you're never judging or anything like that. Thank you so much. I'll miss you, Mrs. Butler.
Mrs. Butler is literally the best person I have ever met. Of all the teachers I've ever had, she is the best. She's just so cool, and I really respect that.
I don't really know what to say, Mrs. Butler. Like, you're probably one of the best teachers I've ever had. I mean, I can talk to you about anything, and I've never met a teacher who I feel like cares so much about her students' success. And even when you talk to us about cheating, I can just tell it's because of how much you care. And it's just amazing to me how long a teacher can be at a school and how many different classes she can see. But every time it's new, and she still forms a bond with those people. Because I know, like, we're not the easiest people to get along with half the time, but you just do such a great job, and I just want to thank you so much, because it's, like, the time I've spent at KV, and especially the time in our AP Calc class, has meant so much to me and will mean so much in the future, so thank you.
Bueno, estoy muy agradecido de tenerte como una profesora. Eres una de las mejores profesoras que he tenido. Siempre estás ahí para todos los estudiantes cuando necesitan ayuda. Y siempre haces de nosotros que nosotros somos unos excelentes estudiantes. Siempre estás ahí. Este domingo estuviste ahí cuando nosotros necesitamos tu ayuda para estudiar para el examen. Y estoy muy agradecido por todo lo que has hecho. Y eres una de las mejores profesoras y serás la única en este mundo que tienes todas esas buenas, excelentes calidades de una profesora y una persona que se preocupa muy bien de sus estudiantes. Muchas gracias.
Ms. Butler was a great teacher because she always seemed to care about how everyone did in the class, and she always made it enjoyable. She didn't just read from a textbook and expect people to know it. She actually made things interesting and fun. And you know, there was a lot of laughs in the class. Ms. Butler is a great teacher. She's very outgoing, and it was just a great time. Like, it was really fun, you know. A lot of awkward moments, a lot of funny moments, and you know, it was a great class. I'll never forget it.
I'd like to personally thank you, Ms. Butler, for not just making math enjoyable, but for making calculus the most bearable class that it could possibly be.
I don't know, like, I love her, but I don't know what to say. Thank you, Mrs. Butler. You're a wonderful teacher, and you've made this year absolutely amazing and incredible, and this is going to help me a lot next year, and again, thank you.
I'd say one thing about Mrs. Butler would be that she really makes you feel like welcome in a class, and through all like middle school and high school I didn't struggle with math, but I didn't like math as much as my other subjects, and Mrs. Butler helped me to like math, and she's always there like when you need help. She's always there for you to like come in and ask her questions, and she's just like makes you feel like a little kid, and she makes you laugh and smile, and you like going to her class, and she's just a really nice and genuine person. And not only can you go to her for math help, but if you have like any, you know, personal stuff that you want to talk to her about, she would be the teacher that I would go to talk about that stuff, because I know that she's just a really like great and trusting person, and I have a lot to thank her for high school. So thank you, Mrs. Butler. Done.
Hey, Miss Butler. I just wanted to thank you for being the best teacher ever and the best person ever, and being there for me in all my times of need and help and someone to talk to. And I just wanted to say that I really appreciate everything that you've done for me and everyone else in this school, and I want you to not feel unappreciated, because we all love you, and I love you very much, and I just want you to know that. And I also like to say thank you for not taking it personally that I did bad in Calc lately at the end. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Butler, for always helping me after school when I came in for questions and just sitting down and doing questions with me. It's helped me out a lot to figure out math, and it's made me love math more than I have before. Thanks.
Thank you, Ms. Butler, for an amazing year. You're the best teacher I've had in high school. You made calculus enjoyable, and I'll miss you next year.
Okay, so yeah, I'm Grant Stees, and I'm really thankful I took AP Calculus this year. I think it was a great experience. Mrs. Butler is amazing at teaching. She cares about her students. She really wants to help you. So if you're going to take AP Calculus, do it. It's amazing. I'd like to thank Mrs. Butler for everything she's done for the whole class, and the thought she put into our class and the work she did. And we may have been a little rowdy, I guess, in the class, but she liked us and we liked her, and I think it was a good experience.
I'd like to thank Miss Butler because, well, she's been there for me when I needed her. She helped teach me a whole bunch of stuff, and she kept me in calculus when I really didn't feel like I could be able to do it. I don't know, she just believed in me when at least I didn't.
I like Mrs. Butler just because she explains things really well, and she knows what she's talking about, and I've had other math teachers in the past who actually don't know what they're talking about.
Hey, she's very good teacher, and she likes everyone. She's so funny, and she's so smart, and she likes me, and I think she's cool because she's Asian.
Hi, Mrs. Butler. I just want to thank you for being the best teacher ever. Not only are you great at teaching math, I love being in your class, but you're also the best mentor ever. I love getting advice for you, and it always calms me down. And I love all your crazy mannerisms. They always remind me of you when people imitate you. And I love just thinking back of all the crazy things you've told us, all your crazy quotes that you never want us to tell anyone else because, yeah, anyway. And I just want to thank you so much, and I hope I get to see you again sometime in the years to come.
Hi, thank you, Ms. Butler, for putting up with our class this year. We may have not been the best behaved class, but you did teach us well, and I'd say you're the best math teacher I've had all through K to 12. But the only one who I know who actually understands the math too and can teach it. Thank you.
I find Miss Butler's classes are fun, and you almost forget that you're actually learning in the class.
Hey, Miss Butler, I just want to thank you for being probably my favorite teacher in my school and giving me a really enjoyable time with my school year and teaching me a lot about math. Because math is best.
Thank you, Ms. Butler, for teaching me Calc. I think I'll do really well in university because you taught me really well. Thank you. That's it.
Ms. Butler, I would just like to say that you are a sweetheart and that you are my favorite teacher of all time. I'd like to thank you because I know that next year university is going to be so much easier just because everything that you've taught us. I would just like to give you a giant hug here.
Yeah, let's talk with Miss Butler here. Describe Miss Butler in one word. What would you say? I would say absolutely wonderful.
It's two words.
I'm really bad at math. Shut the fuck. That's what I'm feeling, math. Miss Butler, I love you. You're my favorite teacher. You're like a second mother that I never wanted, but love a lot. Stop laughing. It's coming from the heart. I appreciate it. You're amazing. You.
Hi, Ms. Butler. I just want to thank you for all that you've done for me, especially in these past 2 years. You taught me so much that's not just math, but everything to go with it. And it's just nice to come to your class every day and see a big smile on your face and you just make everyone so happy. And I just want to say thanks for everything and good luck with everything in the future because you deserve the best. Thanks.
I have always liked to believe that behind every good student is an amazing teacher. It is my dream to one day go to space. A friend once asked me who I would think about if I ever did get to space, and if I am ever able to go to space, it will be the people who helped me get there that I will think about. And Mrs. Butler, you are one of those people.